Okay, practically all my video deleted, but here's a little TikTok shop haul while I give you a story time and like lore drop on why I went into lockdown today. So I'm gonna start by saying I don't have the full and precise details, but I did have a pretty good first-hand account, I think, of what happened. Although what I did see and hear is different from what the school said happened, so take everything I say with a grain of salt because I don't know what is true. I'm just saying what I saw. So for a little bit of background knowledge, this all happened during core, which I believe other schools call it study hall. It's like, basically we get it every day. It's about like, I think 45 minutes. I don't actually know how long it is, but you can sign up to go to another teacher's core. So you can study or take a test or get tutoring or just be with your friends, work on a project. It literally doesn't matter. You can go to clubs, like enrichment activities. It can literally be anything. But today I happened to go to the testing center because I missed a lot of school and I have a lot of tests I need to retake. So I went to the testing center, and that is right by the learning center, which is basically like the core of our school, I want to say. It's got like our big stairs. Everyone meets there. Like, it's a big place for people to crowd around during passing period, start of school, etc. This is the learning center. This is the testing center. It's like a little classroom, not like an official center, whatever. So it's about 15 minutes in. I'm taking my test. I'm really trying to lock in because it's a hard test. And I hear a lot of people outside, and I'm like, bro, like, why are you being loud? Like, this is technically class time. And being loud outside of the testing center is like frustrating because I'm trying to lock in. Anyways, I hear people being loud, and honestly, because I literally wasn't paying that much attention, I don't know what happened before this, but then I heard someone say, oh shit. But like, I don't know what I heard. I honestly don't even know what I heard. And then 10 seconds later, we get the announcement that we're on lockdown. So I'm like, my immediate thought is someone pulled out and that's why that person had made that oh shit remark, because like that's what I would say if I saw someone pull out that, because it kind of sounded like there was a fight outside, guys. I don't know. So those are my initial thoughts, basically. So I'm freaking out a little bit. Immediately run up to the front of class and I grab my phone because, guys, I've never been in a real lockdown before. We've had like lock in place, where if there's like maybe an issue at another school nearby and we're just advised not to leave our classrooms or like not leave the school, which it hasn't ever been anything significant. So we start barricading the door as we're taught to do. And then after we barricade, I go to the back of class and I just sit back there. Maybe like 5 minutes later, I hear what I believe to be the school officer yelling at somebody and having a standoff with somebody. And this goes on for about like 5 minutes. I can hear the police officer yelling, someone maybe running. I can definitely hear someone getting shoved into the locker. And I think we have like 2 school officers, and I think those are the 2 that I heard. And then it really just sounded like they were having a standoff with a student who was resisting off of the yells I heard. I do have a video of it, and you can hear all of it, but you can't really make out what's being said. I don't know if it's the right thing to show on here, so I'm just not for now. And this is all happening outside my classroom. So like I said, this is the learning center, this is the testing center. I believe this is all happening in the hallway between, more kind of, I don't know what direction I'm pointing in, but more like down here by the special ed hallway, I think. Because it sounds like the lockers they're banging into are the ones right by our classroom, and that would have been in that direction. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to go with. I don't know where I'm going with this. Have I shown these yet? I don't know if I have. Wait, have I shown these yet? I don't know. I don't know what I've shown so far. Sorry. Anyways, that eventually ends. I can see people walking past my classroom, and I'm like internally freaking out because I can, basically every classroom light is off, but then all the hallway lights are on, so you can see like the shadows of people moving by the class. So I'm like, oh my god, it's wraps. Like, it's so wraps. I was terrified, to say the least. Guys, I know it sounds dramatic, and people from my school would be like, bro, wasn't even that big of a deal, you're being dramatic. But literally all this was happening right outside my classroom, and from what I saw, like, deadass, it looked like it was GG's. I'm being so for real. Anyways, since I'm in the testing center, they have to like administer the test, so I have I think what technically is an administrator in the room. I don't know the teachers that well, but she has one of the administrator walkie-talkies. So I hear them like talking over there. I wasn't taking note of anything they were saying unless it was like a big deal, which the big deal that I heard was someone say that they called in bomb threats and that somebody apparently planted bombs in the school. So at that point, I'm like, oh my, like, no, like, we're dead, like, we're actually dead. Because my thought process is they got us, it was set up to get us into lockdown so that they could have us all locked inside the school so they could bomb it. That might sound stupid looking back on it, but that was, like, my literal first thought. I'm like, we're done. Like, we are so done. So at this point, yes, I am crying. Like, I'm, like, shaking because I don't know what's going on. They're just listening into the walkie-talkie. They're not saying anything to us. I don't think we're supposed to hear the fact that they called in a bomb. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. We have more of these clips I didn't even realize. But yeah, literally never again. Like, the most fear I've heard in my life, and I'm sure people in other parts of the school probably weren't as scared because they didn't hear everything right outside their classroom, but hearing it right outside my classroom, I literally thought I was gonna die. I was praying. I was like, 0 out of 10 experience. Anyways, nothing else really happens from my perspective. We eventually get out of lockdown, and we're just told to remain in our classes until the final period bell rings. So I wait in there, and then I'm walking around. I catch my friends, and nobody else heard that there was a bomb threat. I was apparently, like, my classroom was the only one who knew. Like, guys, there was like 5 people in that class. I'm serious. Nobody comes to the testing center. It's only like big tests that you miss. So, like, nobody's really ever in there. Like, I'm also freaking out with literal strangers. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a freshman girl next to me, and I felt so bad. Oh, this is so cute. I felt so bad because she was, like, freaking out. And I'm like, girl, me too. And I'm the big sophomore. Big sophomore, Phil. Whatever. I know what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know, but I know what I'm trying to say. And then this screenshot goes around, which I'm not going to show because it says, like, people's name in it. And if it's not true, I don't want to, like, have people's name in it. But basically saying that this was all set up and they were planning on pulling the fire alarm, and this person and their uncle and their grandma all had, and it was a plan to get everyone out of class and out of school so they could people. I don't think that ended up being true, but that doesn't, like, obviously with stuff like this, like, rumors go around and dogpile and whatever. Everything I've said prior to this was first-hand account, so not rumors, like, whatever. But in that screenshot, they said that they're planning on doing it tomorrow. I don't know, because it didn't work today. They're planning on doing it tomorrow, and hopefully it'll work. I don't know anything. I hope that's not true. I really hope that's not true. But yeah, and then the official statement was that somebody was just calling in threats from the bathroom, which I don't really think lines up, because why were they arguing with somebody outside of the classroom if the person who called in the threats was from the bathroom and clearly didn't know that the person who's calling in the threats was from the bathroom, because they were taking the BOMB threat very seriously as if they didn't know who it was. So I don't know, it doesn't really line up. Personally, I don't know. But is it my job to know? No, because I'm not a teacher. I don't work at the school. I'm just saying what I saw, and it doesn't matter because I haven't name dropped. I haven't given out any really important information. I'm just saying what I saw and what I heard. So yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything. But oh yeah, and our school also got swept by police officers. Yeah. I hope my haul isn't over. I also got these pants. Okay, bye guys. Stay safe. Okay, after editing this, I realized I forgot to say that 4 guys did get escorted out of the school in handcuffs, and that's who I thought I saw get in the fight. I don't even know if there was a fight, but I did see, like, a group of people, and it looked like those guys could have been in that group. Again, like, they literally didn't take that much note of it, but 4 guys did get taken out of the school in handcuffs. So